Hello, my name is John Whipple, candidate for the 10th District seat in the Kentucky House of Representatives. Sadly, I'm here today because of yet another shooting within a week. I started writing this after the Appalachia incident, but before I could finish, we had yet another one, this time here on the public roads of Kentucky. These are heartbreaking, senseless acts of violence, and our shared sense of right and wrong demand that we make difficult decisions necessary to cope with the violence and someday put a stop to it. We owe it to those who have lost their lives that we rededicate ourselves to public safety to bring some sort of meaning out of this misery. We owe it to the survivors to rededicate ourselves to positive, worthwhile actions that will bring solace to their pain. I have looked at this situation from all kinds of perspectives. I've considered it from the point of view of a father and grandfather sending his loved ones off to school on the bus and not knowing if they'd be getting off the bus that afternoon. I've considered it as a classroom teacher sitting in the complete darkness of a locked and barricaded classroom, my students sitting on the floor behind me as I stood next to the door with a baseball bat ready to destroy anyone who came in looking like a threat. I've considered it as a veteran and that this was a combat situation and we need to write an operations order. What kind of planning must be done? What kind of training must be done so that everyone acts automatically and knows the right actions to take? What kind of communications must we have so that we can get the support we need to protect our position as quickly as possible? And now I want to consider this as a state legislator, someone whose responsibility it is not only to protect his own children, his own students, his own school, but all school districts and citizens across the Commonwealth. I spent some time recently talking to Dr. Nick Carter, superintendent of the Breckinridge County Schools. We talked about the improvements that the district has made since I was a classroom teacher, such as new procedures for allowing access to the buildings and the resource officers who are ready to react and be on the scene in minutes. Another safety program that the district provides is counseling to help at-risk students cope with the stress and trauma and prevent possible future violent incidents. Dr. Carter also showed me a new system of staff ID badges called Senegix, which include a panic button for an active situation and allow digital mapping and location features which will greatly aid first responders' reaction time. This program probably helps save lives in the Appalachia. School districts like Brett County are doing great things to keep our students safe, and they're doing it by stretching their already thin budgets and by busting their butts working to qualify for grant money, which made me wonder, what are our state legislators doing? Because it shouldn't be necessary for local community leaders to have to chase down grant money to pay for something that will save lives in an emergency. School districts should not have to make choices between hiring teachers and hiring SROs. They shouldn't have to choose between buying books and buying doorway metal detectors. When it comes to funding programs for school safety, the Republican-led state legislature has dropped the ball. They mandated safety features and safety measures, but they failed to fund them. Now, I know it's not right to talk about politics after people have lost their lives and families were destroyed. I am sorry. But something must be done, and it needs to be done now. We need to take time to mourn the fallen and tend the wounded in body and spirit. Yes, I agree. But we also need to elect candidates who will step up and provide funding that will keep the public safe in the future as well. So when it comes time to vote, I'm asking you to quit voting for the same lawmakers who have failed to support our schools and public in the past. It is time to vote for public education-friendly candidates who will focus on the needs of public schools and not private school vouchers. My name is John Whipple, and I'm asking for your support and your vote. As your 10th District Representative, I will be committed to the safety of the people of Kentucky. Thank you for your time.